What's up, Clashers? Welcome back. I know it's been a long time since my last upload. I've been very busy the past few weekends. However, these coming weeks I will have a lot more time to spend on this channel, and I'm aiming to begin uploading at least 2 videos per week. During these past few weeks, I've been working on my BH6, which is taking quite a while to upgrade. Of course, the first thing I focused on was the collectors, and in the laboratory I upgraded the ever so powerful Meta Minion composition, which is the combination of beta minions and baby dragons. So far, my absolute favorite composition. Many of you have been asking me about a pushing base, so I've been spending some time designing my own base, which I will be explaining in this video. I'm also going to show you my battle log, how I attack, how my base defends, and what minor tweaks you can do to it to improve the results, depending on what compositions you are attacked with. First of all, I just want to say that I have no intentions of ever making one of those common base building videos where they build a random cosmetic base, show you the worst possible attacks done on it, and calling it the best anti-whatever star base, because I think those videos are useless and boring. I'd rather be completely transparent and show you the past 10 defenses and talk about the results and why they were good or bad. Also, one thing to keep in mind here is that at this trophy level, players know what they are doing. The attacks are really good, and the troops and the battle machine are well upgraded. So let's begin talking about this base. As you can see, it's far from maxed. My only Builder Hall 6 building is that Archer Tower. Other than that, the rest are all Builder Hall 5 or lower. The wall design is meant to always lead the attacking troops, the ground troops, away from the Builder Hall. But I've actually designed this base with the meta minion attack in mind. As you can see here, I've placed both the air bombs and the roaster on the same side, which is something that I've said in my previous videos that you shouldn't do, and in general you still shouldn't place them together like that. However, I can tell you right now, attacking this base from the bottom right with a meta minion strike is very risky, not just because of the mines, but because if the main army doesn't reach the builder hall and destroys it, which is extremely difficult in this case, the battle machine will not be able to reach the builder hall on its own because of the wall formation. It would instead go around to the other side and get stuck there with the 2 crushers. And you know, a really common attack style, no matter what type of strategy it is to save the battle machine for the very end, use the main army to clear a path towards the builder hall and get above 50%, and then finish the builder hall with the battle machine. And that's exactly what this base is designed to prevent. And of course, it doesn't always work. That would kind of be insane, but very often you'll see attackers get a high percent 1-star due to this very reason. We're going to have a look at the battle log and some defenses, but before we do that, I just want to say that the past 10 defenses are all done with this exact copy of my base. But I will show you the few things you can change to help defend against certain attacks. Alright, so the first thing we're going to have a look at are defense replays against air troops. The most common ones are mass baby dragons, mass beta minions, or meta minions, which is the combination of the 2. This latest defense was mass baby dragons, and this guy will place all his baby dragons around the base, and they are well spread out because most of them remain raged. And like I said before, this is one of those attacks where he saves the battle machine to the very end, hoping that he can aim the battle machine for the builder hall once the dragons are done. But like I said before, that's not gonna happen because this is usually what it looks like, and from here he can't really aim the battle machine for the builder hall. Now look where he's going to place it. He's placing it right in the middle here, thinking it would go, or hoping I guess, it would go through the wall, but obviously it will not do that. So it's going to go around the base to the back side where the crusher is waiting for it, and if he attacks with air troops, then the ground troops are also there, the barbarians remain, and they will distract it and help kill the battle machine. Alright, next up, let's have a look at the second attack here. It's a meta minion attack, and he's going to attack from the bottom left side of this base using 3 baby dragons instead of 6. Now notice on my base I have a mega mine right here, which is set to ground. That's one of the things that you can change to help defend against these type of attacks. it would have activated right now, killing about 4 meta minions, maybe, or beta minions, maybe 5. This guy is using his battle machine together with the army, and he managed to get him inside here. But look at when the minions clear this middle section, the battle machine will not head for the builder hall. Instead, he will go here on the back side, and eventually he will die before ever reaching the builder hall. So yeah, that's what happens if you attack from the bottom left with a meta minion attack strategy. Now let's have a look at what happens if you attack with mass beta minions from the same side. These are 2 successful attacks, both got the 2nd star, and they attack from kind of the same side. This guy will begin by deploying a few minions to check for traps and get rid of maybe 1 or 2 buildings. And then, same thing as before, using his battle machine together with the main army. So basically he will spam his minions on this side. And notice again, this Mega Mine was activated by the battle machine instead of maybe now by the minions, and maybe killing a few minions. If it would have been set to air, then probably this guy wouldn't have got the 2nd star, because it would again have removed a few of the minions. So this guy barely makes it to the 2nd star. He gets the builder hall and the 50%, and so yeah, that's a successful attack. And same thing with this guy. He gets even further. Same type of attack, but he attacks from the corner, bottom corner here. Again, using the battle machine together with the main army. But notice the battle machine doesn't do much. And even if it would have survived, it wouldn't have gotten towards, or it wouldn't have walked towards the center, towards the builder hall. It would have stayed at the backside. But, so what do we do against these attacks? These mega mines, let's set them to air. This will not hurt your defenses against ground troops very much, but it will help a whole lot against the air attacks. So definitely try this out. But remember, you can always change back and forth with these traps depending on how they are currently attacking your base. So what happens if this base is attacked by ground troops? Let's have a look. Alright, this attack seems like a failed attack. I don't really know why I'm showing it. Let's just see what he did. Okay, so slowly deploying archers around. No. I'm not entirely sure what the bombers are for here. Alright, this seems like a complete disaster. Let's not waste more time on that. There's another base, or another attack. This one right here, which is actually a very interesting attack. What he does here is he deploys bombers on this side, on the bottom right side, to breach this wall, and then barbarians to kind of tank and protect the bombers, and make sure the bombers reach this inner wall right here and breach that. Once that wall is breached, the inner wall, then this base is defeated basically, because then the whole thing is open and the battle machine and all of the rest of the barbarians are free to enter the very core of the base. So basically the whole point of the wall formation is now lost, and the crushers are on the backside, so there's nothing really that can defend against this attack. But there is a key point here, and the same thing on, I'll show you one more attack. There was one more, I think this one right here. This guy also used Bombarian composition, and the key point in these attacks are, where are the bombers? There we go, right here. these bombers, if what the hell? Where is the bomber? This is so weird. There he is. All right. So, well, the key point here is the bombers, right? So, if we can somehow manage to prevent this, these bombers from breaching the walls, then we would stop this attack entirely. It wouldn't be possible to get the second star, because if they don't breach this inner wall, then all the troops will go around and they will go via the crushers and they will die like any other attack. So how do we prevent those bombers? Well, we prevent them with these push traps. Instead of having them on the back side here and in this section right here and here, we put them on the backside like this, making sure the bombers get bounced to inside here, inside the wall, and then they will be in reach of the defenses, and the barbarians will not be able to protect them. Now the push traps here, they don't do that much. They occasionally push some barbarians or archers to these crushers and they get killed, but that's that doesn't happen very often, and it doesn't do that much for the defense really. So this is what we could try, and hopefully that helps prevent the bombers from breaching the inner wall and the attack will be useless. So let's have a look at how I'm attacking. Of course, I use my favorite army composition, which is the meta minions. This is a diamond base. Now guys, don't forget to always thoroughly scout these bases because they are all different from each other. Look at where are the defenses, where's the roaster, the air bombs, and you know, the general orientation of the base. And the first question I ask myself before attacking this base with a meta minion strategy is, can I reach the builder hall with the main army? If I can't, or if it's difficult, then I plan the attack so that if I can't destroy the builder hall, then I can reach it with my battle machine. So this is something like that, but this guy has placed his roaster and the air bombs on the same side, so obviously I will attack from the top side. I just used one minion here at the bottom because I thought I could get both the army camps and the battle machine bed with one minion, which would be a good trade. Now I use a couple of minions to check for traps. If I can do that, or if I suspect there are traps, then I always deploy 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 minions to check for traps. And then the rest of the army to cut through this base and clear a path towards the builder hall, and hoping to destroy at least one of the crushers. I was actually lucky here because one minion stayed alive to destroy the second crusher, so I deployed my battle machine from the top left here to go for the builder hall. The second star, always the most important, go for the second star, and then hopefully destroy as many of the other defenses as possible. But there were too many point defenses left, so he died. 83% 2-star is still a very strong attack. This one is also a diamond base. Now this guy has placed the roaster and the air bombs on opposite sides of each other, so I don't think he's stacked air defenses on any particular side. So I just went ahead and deployed my entire army from the bottom side here, because this time I didn't think I was going to reach the builder hall. So I wanted to make sure I removed the crushers and clearing a path for the battle machine to destroy the builder hall once my main army is finished. But I was lucky even here. My minions actually reached and destroyed the builder hall. So I deployed my battle machine to aim for the point defenses, hoping it would survive for as long as possible. Now removing the most dangerous defenses as quickly as possible is the easiest way to get a 3rd star, but I was very lucky here. He actually destroyed this archer tower just in time, to survive, and then from there on it was just cleanup. So yeah, let's not look on the whole thing. This is a diamond base too. This one is not a diamond base. Let's have a look at this. So here I decided to go from the top right side because I want to get rid of the crushers, and because if I'm to send the battle machine towards the builder hall at the end, then it would be very good if the crushers are both destroyed. This guy has all his archer towers set on the lowered position, which means I can use quite a few minions to check for traps and clear the a lot of buildings on the outside, because there are no defenses here in reach of the minions. The most important thing here is that I can check for traps, because these minions will trigger, if they come this close, then they will trigger any mines that are inside. Not the mega mines, but the regular one, because they have kind of a big radius, activation radius. So once I've checked for traps and cleared these buildings, I deploy my entire army here, and they cut through the base and remove the crushers. And I was lucky here, they survived long enough to destroy the builder hall. So I used my battle machine just to get as much percentage as possible, but the point defenses were just too many, and they killed the battle machine eventually. So that was it for this video. The goal here was to show you my new base design and how I pushed to get to 4,000 trophies, the composition and strategy I used. And this is kind of how I want to do base design videos, you know, discussing replays and some minor changes that can be done to the base, rather than just doing a speed build coupled up with some random garbage attacks and calling them proof. By the way, these push traps can be placed a little wider apart. Best thing would be to check replays if you're attacked by a barbarian composition from the bottom right, and then place the push traps accordingly. So anyway, let me know what you think about these type of videos. If you like them, I'd be happy to make more when I design other bases. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.